In the wake of one of the largest earthquakes Canada has felt in decades, the BC government is shaking up its emergency response plan. In October, a 7.7 magnitude quake just off Haida Gwaii rattled the province, prompting evacuations up and down the coast. It also prompted concerns over how the province handled the situation. Now, with aftershocks and new quakes rattling daily off Vancouver Island, the province says it's making a shift of its own. If there's one thing that continues to stand out from October's 7.7 magnitude quake, it's not the shaking lights
earthquake
or the wedding cut short in Masset.
There are some warnings in Hawaii and North Alaska.
It's the province's response.
We did not have any communication from PEP or Emergency BC for a time period of about 45 minutes.
In the moments that followed the earthquake, Tofino's mayor says his town was on its own. With no word from the province, local officials made the decision to sound the newly installed tsunami warning system.
In hindsight, I do believe it was the right thing to do.
The province agrees.
I was very pleased with what happened on the ground. In fact, local authorities responded extremely well.
But how the province responded sparked questions. The first public notification from the province was through Twitter, 51 minutes after the quake, a delay new provincial changes hope to erase.
As of today, we at Emergency Management BC will now immediately be sending any tsunami alert it receives.
Warnings are sent from the West Coast and Alaska Tsunami Warning Center. Before, alerts were not immediately sent out, but today the province says it plans to forward the alert immediately by email to all local authorities, first responders, and media. Following that, Emergency Management BC will focus its attention on social media. The agency is developing a blog with interactive maps of tsunami warning zones, so people hiding out in community halls will have something they didn't have before: information.
We expect that this email will go directly and more quickly to those first responders and priority recipients.
With earthquakes continuing to strike, many registering over magnitude 5.0, some might argue the province's timing is a little late. Just today, a 6.4 magnitude earthquake struck off Alaska. Fortunately, there have been no reports of any damage, not today and not during October's record-breaking quake. Time will only tell if today's changes are an improvement. In the coming days, the province will be testing the system to see if it will hold up when the big one eventually hits.